Once you're done with your embroidery, you're going to sew your front and back piece of fabric together. To do that first, we're going to mark out our seam allowances. To mark out your seam allowances, you can use a hem gauge or a ruler, and you're going to measure out 1/2 of an inch from the raw edge or the cut edge of the fabric. If you're using a hem gauge, you're going to move the little blue slider to the 1/2 of an inch mark, which is right there. In between the edge and the 1 is 1/2 of an inch. And then I line up the blue slider with the edge of my fabric, and where that arrow points is my 1/2 of an inch. So I'm just going to do a couple of lines, and then I use my ruler and I connect the dots. Using your fabric pencil, make a solid straight line. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides. If I'm using the ruler, I just line it up with the edge of my fabric, and then the end of the ruler is the 1/2 of an inch mark. Sometimes the pillow doesn't get cut straight or the fabric kind of gets pulled a little bit. That's fine as long as your line is straight. Once you sew it all together, you'll never even know. Okay, and then I'm going to connect the dots. You might have to fudge it to keep that line straight so that your sewing line is nice and straight. On one of the sides, you're going to mark out the width of your hand. And you're not going to sew. I even write in there, don't sew. So that as I'm going along, I remember, oh yeah, I need to leave a hole in my fabric so that I have a place to turn the pillow right side out, and so I can stuff my pillow. If I sew all 4 sides, it's going to be impossible to turn right side out. Okay, so here I'm just going to do my 1/2 inch seam allowance to my line. Okay, and then I mark that out. And remember, don't sew between that area that I marked out. Okay, and then my last side, I'm going to use the hem gauge. 3 or 4 dots should suffice, and then I just connect the dots. Okay, so I have 3 solid lines, and then I have my don't sew. Now I'm going to take my other piece of fabric. I'm going to lay that down and put this on top of it. And I'm going to pin it together. To pin it together, I start at my don't sew line, and I even, as a secondary precaution, put my pin in the perpendicular with my seam allowance line, so that it's another precaution to remind me when I get to these pins, I don't continue sewing. And the rest of the pins, I can put parallel to the line. You might not want to do it right on the line. If you want to keep the pins in as you are sewing, you might not want to do it right on the line. And as you can see, my fabric doesn't match up perfectly. That's fine. I mean, I should try to line it up as best as possible, but don't cut these. Once I sew my whole pillow together and I turn it right side out, I will never know that there's a difference. Sometimes the fabric, if they were cut at different times, they might not be exactly the same size. Or if when I was doing my embroidery, I kind of got a wrinkle in the fabric and it made my embroidery fabric a little smaller. It's fine. When I'm all done, if there's a big difference, I might want to cut it, but don't worry about cutting it right now. Okay, so now I have about 2 pins on all sides. Oops, I'll put one over here too. I'm going to start at one of my don't sew lines, so that I'm going to go all the way around and stop at the other one. Okay, so I have my needle threaded with thread now. I'm not using floss. I'm using thread. And for this one, unlike the floss, I want to double it up. Okay, so I pull it through the eye of the needle until the threads, the ends of the threads meet, and I knot these together. I kind of want to knot them in a nice bulky knot so it doesn't get pulled through the fabric. So I just take the end, grab it with my thumb and pointer of my dominant hand, my writing hand, wrap it around my pointer just 3 or 4 times, not too tight. I don't want to cut off circulation, but not too loose. I want it to stay on. And then I take my thumb and I roll it. So I have like a little bit of a lasso, and then I just hold on to it and pull it down. Might take a couple of times your first time, but once you kind of feel what it should feel like, you should get it no problem. Okay, and I just kind of call it like a fly knot. It kind of looks like a little fly. Okay, so now I'm going to start underneath, just like I did on my embroidery. And I'm going to do the back stitch. I want to do the back stitch because I don't want to leave holes, so I'll show you how to do the back stitch. Go forward about 1/2 inch. Okay, I'm going to now underneath go forward 1/2 inch again on my line. And then I'm going to go back into the hole of the previous stitch. Okay, don't pull it too tight. I don't want to get wrinkles in my fabric. Just have it laying down nice and flat. Now I can come up through this previous stitch on my line and go forward about 1/2 inch. Don't make them huge. You will get big holes in your fabric and then you will have all the stuffing coming out. I'm going to move this pin because it's kind of in my way. Okay, now I come up about 1/2 inch and I go down. So every other one you go backwards. You just want a solid line. See how I have a nice solid line? So this one now, I can come up close to the stitch before. Make sure you pull it through all the way. And I go forward. Okay, now I'm going to go forward again and go back, hence back stitch. You're going back and filling in the blanks. Try to keep your line as straight as possible. If you get off a little bit, that's okay. Once you turn it, a lot of the mistakes you make, once you turn your pillow right side out, you won't even notice half of them. Be gentle with the thread because it can rip very easily. So if you get a knot, take your time to try to pull it out. If it gets a little tangled, stop for a minute, check it out, see what's going on. All right, now I'm close to the corner and it's too big to do one whole stitch. So I'm just gonna make it 2 little stitches. So go forward, back, because I want to end right on that corner to give me nice sharp corners. I don't want rounded corners. Okay, so I end right on where those lines intersect. See how I got a little knot? I just kind of take my time, pull it out, nice and smooth. If I really yank at it, I'll break my thread. Okay, so now I ended on that corner. Now I'm going to start over here and go back and fill it in. So I have a nice sharp corner. Okay, and that's how we do the back stitch, and you're going to do it all the way around.